Genesis chapter 44. He instructed his steward. Fill the men's sacks with as much food as they can carry, and place each man's money in the mouth of his sack. Put my silver cup, the silver cup, into the youngest one's sack, along with his payment for the grain. The steward did as Joseph commanded. At daybreak, the men and their donkeys were sent off. As they left the city but hadn't gone far, Joseph instructed his steward. Hurry, pursue the men and catch up with them. Ask them, why have you repaid good with evil? Isn't this the cup from which my lord drinks and uses for divination? You've done wrong by taking it. The steward caught up with them and delivered these words. Puzzled, they responded, Why does my lord speak this way? Far be it from your servants to do such a thing. They continued, We brought back the money we found in our sacks from the land of Canaan. How could we steal silver or gold from your lord's house? They declared, If the cup is found with any of your servants, let him die, and we will become my lord's slaves. Joseph replied, Let it be as you say. The one with whom the cup is found will become my servant, and the rest of you will be blameless. Swiftly, they placed their sacks on the ground and opened them. Starting with the eldest, Joseph searched their sacks and reached the youngest, where he found the cup in Benjamin's sack. They tore their clothes in distress, loaded their donkeys, and returned to the city. Judah and his brothers arrived at Joseph's house, where he still was. They fell before him on the ground. Joseph asked them, What have you done? Don't you know that a man like me can predict things? Judah responded, What can we say, my lord? How can we justify ourselves? God has exposed our guilt. We are all now your servants, including the one in whose sack the cup was found. Joseph assured, Far be it from me to punish all of you. Only the one in whose possession the cup was found will be my servant. You may go back to your father in peace. Judah stepped forward and pleaded, Please, my lord, allow your servant to speak a word in your ears. Do not be angry with your servant, for you are like Pharaoh to us. He recounted, You asked us, Do you have a father or a brother? And we replied, We have a father, an old man, and a young brother, born in his old age. His brother is dead, and he is the only one of his mother's children left. His father loves him dearly. Then you said to us, Bring him down to me so I can see him. But we said to my lord, The boy cannot leave his father. If he leaves him, his father will die. You told us, Unless your youngest brother comes with you, you will not see my face again. We returned to our servant, our father, and reported your words. Our father instructed, Go back and buy a little more food. But we replied, We cannot go unless our youngest brother is with us. We cannot see the man's face unless he accompanies us. Our father said, You know that my wife bore me 2 sons. One son went away from me, and I said, He must have been torn to pieces. I haven't seen him since. If you also take this one from me, and harm comes to him, you will bring my gray hair down to Sheol in sorrow. So if I return to our servant, my father, without the boy, whose life is closely tied to the boy's life, he will die. The sorrow will kill our father. Your servants will have brought the gray hair of our servant, our father, down to Sheol in grief. Your servant became responsible for the boy to my father, saying, If I don't bring him back to you, I will bear the blame before my father forever. Now please let your servant stay in place of the boy as a slave to my lord, and let him go back with his brothers. How can I go back to our servant, my father, if the boy is not with me? Let me not witness the disaster that will overtake my father.